thank you? Really? What the hell was that? What do you mean by that? With your last dying breath, you could have said anything. Anything. You could have told me to get bent. You could have cursed me out because, let's be honest here, I deserve it. You could have confessed something huge. You could have told me you were freaking Santa Claus. But instead, you say thank you? I'm sorry, I'm just a bit confused and shocked and maybe even a little angry. Thank you? I've never been told that before. You little human, you crazy. I mean, you summon a demon, go kill Krissy with the talent I gave you, then have the audacity to say thank you after I was done with you. I'm honestly at a loss for words. Why'd you say thank you? I have never in my miserable life deserved a thank you, let alone from someone like you. What's your play? Did you think that because you said thank you when I brought you down here I'd go easy on you? Because if that's what you had planned, it backfired quite horrendously. I mean, look at you. Bleeding, bruised, cut into, dissected, battered, completely helpless. You are at my mercy. And that is something I have none of. How can you still speak after everything I've done to you? I'm almost tempted to let you. You are one of the strongest and weakest humans I've ever met. I say strong because I've met countless humans, and they all beg and cry until I offer them another option. But you haven't shed a single tear. You've let out some great screams, yes, but no crying. None. I say weak because you asked for something so small, so simple. You could have asked me to kill those people for you, made me your slave, but no. You wanted to kill them. You wanted to kill them yourself. You wanted to take their life. You wanted to watch every last inch of them drain from their faces as you dug your knife into them. You are sick. All humans are, but you. Oh, you're a whole other story. My story. I did promise you that, didn't I? Might as well. I'm not on any kind of deadline. I can spend as much time with you as I please. I used to be like you, and what I mean by that is I was once a human like you. When I was a human, I was nothing like you. Matter of fact, I despised people like you. People who thought killing criminals was justice. I would rally against your kind because, yes, you are a kind. I thought it was wrong to kill, no matter how bad the person was. That is, until my brother was murdered. I know he wasn't a saint, but he never deserved to be killed. He was like my dad, considering my actual dad abandoned us both. He was the only person to look after me. He was a good person. He took care of me. Worked 3 freaking jobs so he could keep a roof over my head and food on our table. I mean, sure. He'd go off and get drunk on his few nights off, and yeah, he was an angry drunk. I had to hide a lot of his outbursts with sweaters, but he wasn't a bad person. He was walking home from work one night and he got mugged. Something so simple turned deadly when the chick pulled a gun on him. She shot him square in the chest. But then, I guess that wasn't enough. She realized how much fun that was and emptied the rest of the magazine to my brother. The only reason I found the killer was because I made a deal. I asked for one thing. Justice. I asked that the demon find that son of a bitch and get her to me so I could kill her. I wanted to look into the eyes of my brother's killer. He was the one person I gave a shit about, and she took that away. She took it all. still remember it too. She begged and cried She looked pathetic. I remember laughing at her. Such a sorry sight. On her knees, tears staining her cheeks, eyes bloodshot and white as a full moon. I had the demon pick me up a gun. The same make used to kill my brother, the same bullets. I took her to the same alley my brother died in and shot her. The cops never found out because of my demon buddy. I got away with it. I killed her the same way she killed my brother. I got my justice. There. Now you know my sob story. I came here after 10 years and the same thing happened to me that happened to you. I was cut open, tormented, left alone, and everything in between. Just like you. For 18 years I refused the offer. I said no. I wouldn't do it. I endured more and more torture. I wasn't going to cave. Until some demon transformed itself into my brother. To see his face and hear his voice again, I broke. I became one of them. Now I ask you this. Will you? I've actually asked you this before and you've said no. But I have to ask until I get a yes. Will you join me? Will you become like me, a creature of hell, a demon? Will you give yourself to us and have everlasting life in exchange for collecting souls for our dear king? A question. Alright, but just one. How many years have you been down here? Well, that's simple. 18. Now, if you please. Your answer?